Hey everyone, my name is Maria Pearson, and I am presenting from Pod 2. My topic for this final project is pink tax. Pink tax, as defined by Listen Money Matters, is the extra amount women are charged for certain products and services. Now, starting this project, I personally thought that pink tax referred to pads and tampons and period products, and that's really about it, which it does, but it also includes a whole lot of other products and services too. This goes as far to include deodorant, shampoo, dry cleaning, sneakers, razors, car maintenance, and much, much, much more. It absolutely amazed me to find out just how much extra money that women are paying, and how widely that the practices are used, and how it actually affects women in the real world. I chose this topic personally because it affects every single woman in the United States. I wanted to actively investigate this topic so that I personally gained a better understanding of pink tax and how prevalent it really is. Starting out this presentation, I wanted to analyze and kind of talk about an article written by a University of Utah student by the name of Leah Hunter. This article is called "The Tampon Tax Public Discourse of Policies Concerning Menstrual Taboo," and while this article is super, super intelligent and scholarly, it's really, really important to look at. In this article, Leah defines the tampon tax as a policy in which feminine hygiene products are taxed as luxury goods. I know I defined it earlier, but I really do think looking at a number of definitions is really important so that we understand everybody's point of view. I also want to stop at the words luxury goods. I'm sorry, but my period is not a luxury. It's coming whether I want it to or not, and it sure as hell doesn't feel any kind of luxurious. I wanted to use this article because it provides wonderfully, wonderfully detailed information about countries that don't implement this tax on their women. In 2015, Canada removed the tampon tax. The same can be said for Australia, United Kingdom, France, Malaysia, and Slovakia. Granted, those are all in separate years at separate times. But the United States, or in the United States, Hunter states that sales tax is a power of the states, so only Maryland, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, and New Jersey have actively chosen not to tax tampons. Since we are mainly focusing on the menstrual cycle in the beginning of this video and the tax applied to the products needed for it, I personally think it's also very, very important to look at the medical necessity and gender equality of this topic. These two topics are the focus of Wharton University of Pennsylvania's Knowledge at Wharton's page entitled "The Tampon Tax and Gender Equality." This source is in a podcast interview format at the university itself between an interviewer with Wharton and Jennifer Weiss-Wolf. In this article, Weiss-Wolf is very, very open and honest. She begins with a brief history of the tax and argues that tampons and menstrual products in general should not have sales tax simply on a medical basis, which is different from the reasons that other states and other sources have given. She believes that along with equity and fairness. She argues that going without these products can lead to serious health hazards such as infection. Weiss-Wolf not only brings up medical worries, but financial burden of this tax as well. With families, I mean, every penny counts, especially if there are more than one female in the household. The more products you have to buy, the more money you have to spend, and therefore it really can become a financial burden. Weiss-Wolf says that a sales tax repeal would have a real impact on women's lives. She states, in terms of supporting women so they can be fully productive in school, in class, and everywhere they are present, an investment like tampons and pads on the part, for example, of our Department of Education would improve the outcome of half of its students. She says that it would be a worthwhile proposal. I personally found it really interesting that they took an educational stance on this topic, but I think that it's a really smart way to look at it. Um, Young girls wouldn't be receiving a full education if they are being sent home once a month or in the nurse's office once a month due to their period. Providing these products would create an even playing field, quote unquote, per se, between girls and boys throughout early schooling. Now, the entire first half of this video focused on how pink tax is included heavily with women's menstrual cycle, but as I also said near the beginning of this video, it's not just about pads and tampons. So the question stands, how much extra are we being charged and on what products? According to Listen Money Matters, women pay on average $1,351 more a year in extra costs. So that leaves us questioning on what? We'll start with clothes. Old Navy last year got busted for charging more for women's plus size jeans, but not for men's. They charged $12 to $15 more, but there was no such difference between men's plus and regular size jeans. Also, self-care products like razors, shaving cream, deodorant, and face wash. On average, women's products cost about $4 more than men's products. Also, vehicle repairs. Northwestern did a study that had men and women call various repair shops asking about the cost to have a radiator replaced. Women who seemed clueless on the phone were quoted $406 for a job that should cost $365. Men who acted similarly were quoted $383. This site simply suggests beginning to purchase more men's products to avoid having to pay this tax. I found all of these numbers to be really surprising, especially how much extra is being charged, especially for car maintenance. Although, admittedly, did find it humorous that both men and women, if they were 100% clueless on the phone, were still quoted more than what they should have been. So make sure you know about your car maintenance. I also already kind of previously knew about women's clothing being more expensive, but I never really took the time to think about it, so I just thought that that was really surprising as well. So, mainly as a confirmation, I wanted to go ahead and check other sources to make sure that these numbers were accurate. I don't want to just go ahead and believe one source while not checking others, so I went to CNN Money, and it told me that NYC Consumer Affairs did a study on 800 different products. It didn't really say what products, but regardless, 800 products, and 42% of those products surveyed, women actually paid more for. CNN Money also stated that women on average pay $1,300 extra dollars a year, which actually matches up with my previous number. So, yet again, I wanted to go through and double check, triple check my sources. All of the sources that I had previously found were online sources, potentially in different states, halfway across the country, and I wanted to see what this tax was like here and how much extra women were paying for products here. And I thought, why not go out to companies throughout Eau Claire and double check these prices here. And you'll have to excuse me because my notes are extremely faint because I decided to write this in pencil, but I went to a few different stores, being Target, Walmart, and Walgreens, and I found that Dial body wash, and mind you, all of these products have the same amount of product inside of them. They are the same brand and they are the same make of product. So Dial body wash for men, it is $3.47. For women, it is $5.47. Jovan, I don't know if I pronounced that right, perfume and cologne, same exact bottle, same exact kind. One's just for women, one's just for men. Women pay $20.98, while men are only paying $15.28. Suave shampoo and conditioner, Men, granted it is a 2-in-1 product, are paying $2.49 for their singular bottle, while women are paying $2.94 for separate bottles. By going through and completing this final project, I personally have learned a lot about pink tax and the amount of extra money that women are paying towards items. I hope you guys learned the same, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks!